Hi. Well, if you've gotten this far to clip 11, thanks very much because we really appreciate you putting the effort and we hope you found this helpful to use the polyvagal theory to improve your well being. Now, here we're going to bring the work to an end. We're going to have a few thoughts about summarizing the key things we talked about and point you to an evaluation that if you did find, if you use this work, tell us how you found it. Was it helpful? How could we improve it? Now, it is just an introduction to the polyvagal theory. It is not by any means a complete course, but it's an introduction. We hope we take some thoughts, from this, from the booklet that you can make use of, and we hope these clips help you, just see a little bit different side of what's in the booklet. Now, toward the end of the booklet, on page 35, there we are. It's a kind of one-page summary of what we talked about. That autonomic nervous system, we're constantly scanning for threat and danger. That's what the amygdala does in the brain. That's smoke detector. And 95% of what we're taking in goes unnoticed. It's outside conscious awareness. But we're constantly scanning for safety, or danger or threat. Now, the key thing we're saying, the vagus nerve, which connects mind and body, is always at work, bringing messages from our body to the brain. And either we're in three states: that's safe and connected, fight or flight, or freeze or flop. Vagal, fight or flight, or dorsal, whatever you call it. The key to this work, a regulated nervous system has flexibility. Where am I on that autonomic ladder? How do I get myself back to feeling safe and connected when I need to? So to sum it up, the polyvagal theory suggests we have three main ways of operating. At the top of that autonomic ladder, there we're calm. We're using our social faculties, our ears and eyes, face, voice, our thinking skills, that executive function, making decisions, solving problems. They're all online and they're available for us to use. But that in that fight or flight response, well, we're coming down that autonomic ladder and we might be focused on excitement or threat as a way to mobilize us. And our social and cognitive skills, well, they're less online. The eyes and ears, they start to shift to danger. We're less able to process a wider range of sound. And that's why we were saying earlier in the previous clip, the person may not pick up the human voice because it's listening for threat. Doesn't mean they're not listening. They just don't hear it. So the third state we can go into to keep the body state, we can go into an immobilized state, that shutdown, freeze. It's a way to protect ourselves to go back and fight or flight later. Nobody is at the top of the ladder all the time. Our nervous system will respond to cues of threat and danger. It'll move us up and down that ladder. And we can go up and down that ladder all day long. And knowing where we are on that autonomic ladder, it's a protective factor that we've previously said. Knowing where we are and have that flexibility to respond, it's about noticing that need for safety and connection, how to find our way back. The goal for regulation is flexibility, and it's our hope this work helps you achieve that. Now, take home messages we have from this. Polyvagal, what the polyvagal theory says, that autonomic scanning for safety and danger, it's continuous, it's nonstop. And our nervous system responds in that hierarchical way. The importance of safety and connection is that feeling safe and connected. And a regulated nervous system, as we say continually through this, notices that need for safety and how can it find its way back. The goal for regulation is flexibility. Like we said just a minute ago, it's our hope this work gave you that, or gave you some skills to help you achieve that. So, taking all this in, here's a question: What did you hear in this work or read that would make a difference for you? And would there be some other things you'd find helpful? Now, the big question: what are you going to do with it? So, we're going to ask you if you found this, and if you've used this in any way, whether it was helpful or not, please use the evaluation link on the website. You can tell us how what good did it do, if any. Don't be alone. If your strategies aren't working, that's where it's really helpful or important you can look for help. We're trying to create helpful habits that can give us that more control and flexibility in using our nervous system for us rather than against us. And the important thing we said right at the very beginning, you decide if any of this was, in this work was helpful for you. And the important thing, if it was helpful, keep using it. Thank you very much for taking the effort to put that you put into looking at this work. We really do hope you found it helpful. Like I said, the important thing is let us know. Use the evaluation link, whether you've read the booklet or used the online clips. Let us know, what did it do for you. That's the only way we're going to drive this work through the region. If people tell us its impact, was it helpful? Again, thank you very much, and I really wish you well.